What's up YouTube, man, and welcome back to the channel. I'm glad y'all here, man. So today we're talking about, is Dos Anjos a gatekeeper? Now, before I say anything else, man, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below your thoughts and stuff. But I'm gonna get right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
My goodness! Now he's got the right now! That's it! He's got the t-shirt! He's got it! Oh my goodness! Big shot!
Alright, so is Dos Anjos a gatekeeper? Now, first I have to explain what a gatekeeper is. Okay, a gatekeeper is somebody who, they're not the top of the division, but they're not the bottom either, if that makes sense. So, for example, since we're talking about Dos Anjos, think about his last fight, okay? His last fight was somebody that's really not a welterweight, but they're trying to make it in the welterweight division. So, he fought Kevin Lee. Now, Kevin Lee is a good fighter. You know, he has a good ground game and everything. He just needed to be tested to see if he is ready for, he just need to be tested and see if he's ready for the welterweight division. So that's what they did. They sent a tester, and that's the role that Dos Anjos plays. He's not the top person in the division, but he's not the worst in the division because he had some wins in there, you know. He beat Neil Magny. Well, I think it was like, it was probably under a minute that he beat him. I mean, he just grabbed him and just choked him out. He beat Robbie Lawler. I mean, that's a tough meal for anybody. Ben Askren. He beat Robbie Lawler, Neil Magny, and he beat Safadine. It's 3 people, okay? Now, so if you just saw those 3 people, you'd be like, wait, yeah, he should get a title shot. Then he lost to Colby Covington, and he lost to Usman, which is now the champ. So that kind of puts him into the middle division. Like he's good, but he's not the best. So what they do with people like that is they bring in other fighters to test their skills, you know, and if they get past them, they can move on and be talked about. That is Dos Anjos' role in the game. And yeah, it kind of sucks, but if he starts racking up wins, if he beats for example, if he beats Leon Edwards, if he beats like two more people, you know, he moves up from the spot of gatekeeper, and he goes up to like be in the talks for the title shot again. After his fight against Kevin Lee, okay, before the fight with Kevin Lee, he was at number 3 in the welterweight division. Now that's a good spot, okay? That's not the next title shot spot, but that's not far away from it, okay? Right there means that you just gotta show some activity. You gotta go in there and you gotta get busy if you want to be talked about, okay? You had 2 losses, so you gotta get your feet back, you know. And he's doing that, you know. He beat Kevin Lee, but the strange thing about that is after he beat Kevin Lee, he went from number 3 to number 4. Why that would have happened might have been because of Jorge Masvidal. Cause dude just shot up there. I mean, pretty much with that knee. So that kind of jumbled things up, and now he really got to fight back for that top spot. Well, at least number 2 or number 1 if he can get that. So I mean, really, he has everything to lose in this fight. So it's kind of a bad fight for Dos, but I mean, props to him for taking this, because if he loses again, he might get dropped down again, and that won't really look that good. Rocky, Leon Edwards, he's on a 7-fight win streak, so even if he lose, he just lost his win streak, so it's not really that bad. So yeah, it's really everything to lose for Dos Anjos, and it's kind of sad, but I mean, the welterweight division is full of sharks, man. There's no safe place. You can look at the whole top 10. Yeah, the whole top 10 division is full of complete monsters. Complete monsters. Now some people might see Ben Askren up there. He's like number 9, and in his own right, he's a ground monster, I guess. He's in his own right. I mean, he's, in my opinion, he's one of the least scariest fights, but above that, I mean, it's just a bunch of killers, man. Even Pedersen's in here, so it's just a lot of talent, a lot of just dudes that would just bring the fight to you, man. So yeah, that's what we're really looking at. But I will say that I think Robbie Lawler should be ahead of Ben Askren, because I just want Ben Askren and Robbie Lawler to run that fight back, because that fight still got a bad taste in my mouth. And after you see the way Jorge Masvidal did Ben Askren, it just got a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't like it. So I don't know. There's no doubt in my mind that Robbie Lawler will finish him the second time. But yeah, that's why I think Dos Anjos is the gatekeeper, because where he's at, his whole job is to test fighters, and by that you either beat them or you lose to them. And if you lose to them, you just stay where you're at, and eventually, if you keep getting all these losses, they find a new gatekeeper. So yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. Stephen Thompson was a gatekeeper for a while. If you really want that scrap, they have to send their best people to make sure that you're qualified. You know, you can't just run up in the welterweight division, fight 1 or 2 people, then talk about a scrap. No, you have to fight somebody in the top 5. Somebody in the top 5 gonna have to test you. It's usually somebody in the top 5 has to test you. Most likely 3 or 4 or somewhere in there. If you can beat them, you get the shot. That's really what it is. So yeah, that's why I think that Dos Anjos is a gatekeeper, and I hope that he moves up from that, man, because he had a bad 2018. Yeah, that's all the time I have, man. About to go get me some breakfast or something. So if you guys agree with what I said, if you got some comments you want to make, I didn't say something right or something, put it down. I'll read it. But you guys have a great day, man. Sorry if I don't know why, but I feel like I don't have any energy today, man. It's just one of those days, like when you oversleep and like you're just drained, man. I feel like I have energy, but I feel really lethargic, if that makes sense. So I'm sorry if I'm not like my usual self, if I'm not like bouncing everywhere or just saying crazy stuff. I feel good, but it's just like I'm in a relaxed state. I can't really explain it. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.